Right, good morning. Some of you may realise that I'm still in my yard. I am. It's the 2nd of August and I'm supposed to be in Scotland. Well, the reason I'm not in Scotland is because the contract that I took on requires me, I wouldn't say indefinitely, but they do require my services for longer than what they said. Well, for me that's excellent news, because we haven't actually got anything planned for Scotland as yet, work-wise. I still need someone to give us a break up there so we can get started. The plus side is this is a rolling contract, so all the whilst this company's busy, we're busy, which is good for me. Haven't posted nothing for a while because of this contract. We've been real busy and I haven't got my mount the camera in the lorry yet. Wouldn't be good to be seen holding the phone while you're driving down a country lane or something, or down a motorway. One thing I have got that my avid viewers would be interested in, we've now got merch. So I don't know what's better, the shade will be better to be able to see it. Alright, so I had some cups done, mugs. They're not bad. If you see my old ones, right, this is from a transport, Jarrett Transport is up there, cups. They've all got different pictures on the back to connect the Sprinter, Transit, and my logo. Those that know me, I used to have this on the side of my Mercs. It was like a running joke to begin with, because when I started my business I used to be like a courier, used to race around, and I used to like Taz. So that was my logo, still is my logo. I just haven't got round to posting it on the vehicles yet. Yeah, so they're not bad. They will be up for sale. These were sample cups. We have new uniform coming, which I can't wait for. That's going to be like those that have worked with me in the past. I love my blue. Well, this uniform is still blue, but different colour blues. It looks more sporty, more up to date, like moving with the times. Can't just keep wearing the same colour. All of a sudden the wind's picked up, that's just great. Can't be doing with having the same colour all the time. So we're going to, so it's dark blue, light blue and that. We're not having Kent on the uniform because really and truthfully I'm hoping not to be in Kent much longer. I'm hoping to be in Scotland. Can't wait, sooner the better, to be fair. The van, progress on the van. I bought a sump for it because my sump is leaking. Well, it's not the sump leaking, it was leaking to begin with, but I took it off and then realised I couldn't get it past a cross member. So what I've had to do is get a gasket, a temporary gasket. See, brand new, genuine parts. Only Ford, believe it or not, a Ford sump isn't that badly priced. It's not like you replace it yearly, is it? This is the back of my van, by the way. The stickers keep falling off, driving me nuts. Get back up there. I use Parts Plus. We now have an account with them, so we can go anywhere in the country and get our parts. That seems to be a running logo. I quite like that. We bought that while we was in Scotland. Of course, I done it busy. I did it right first time. Well, that's generally the case. I normally do get it done first time. Running joke with a few people that know me. yeah, so we got the sump. I was going to change it yesterday, but we were busy. There's a few drips, so the van's been sitting here since, I don't know if you can see it, so the two darker patches, that's all it's dripped in probably about 6 hours, so it's not bad. I do keep on top of my oil. My oil's pretty much spot on. You never fill it right up because, as you know, the oil expands and all that. Engine needs a good clean, but we shall get on top of that eventually. Of course, warm, definitely warm. Right, this is my office. So it looks more like a kitchen actually. That's all my kitchen stuff in there. Fun enough, that's what was meant to be in the van, but I built the van differently and that don't fit. So we've got a cooker, we've got a microwave, kettle, power station, another fridge. It is basically an office, still in build. I like my Volvos, clearly. Not a fan of that one. I like the colour of that one though, that's nice. This is a map that we do on Salisbury Plain. This gives you all the outlines. This is a genuine military map. Works a treat, keeps you in the green and not in the red when you're on the plane. There's our map we do on the country. So just lately, I've been running out of Kent, been running down towards Portsmouth area. I do Northampton area, Oxford. These are like my varied routes. Get an occasional centre of London. Not a fan of London, but to be fair, with the way the transport is in London, it isn't that busy like it used to be, because everyone has got to have the Euro 6. There's not many companies that like doing London anyway. We do it because that's where we have to deliver. So I swore I'd never do London because I hate it, but to be fair, I'm going to a trade address every time I go. So it's not like I'm looking for a house on the street. We know where the trade addresses are. We save them, and then once we get used to the route, you know where you're going. It's straightforward. And last week I did Portsmouth, Bognor, a few places down here. I enjoy the job. I'm good at it, so I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot here, but because I'm good at the job, I'm not getting my maximum hours. Maximum hours is like 10 hours a day. I'm not getting 9 if I'm lucky. Never known a company to say, if you want to make your money, slow down. I can't slow down. I just know the job. I know how to do my job. I'm too efficient at it. Funny enough, there are other drivers, they hang it out, but they're employed by this company. I'm not. I'm there as a contractor. And we agreed a rate. To be fair, the rate's really good, considering I'm not using my vehicle, I'm using their vehicle. So I'm basically a driver for hire, which is what I wanted to do in Scotland. But I don't have as many contacts in Scotland as what I do down in Kent. I'm hoping that'll change soon. Yeah, so we should have been in Scotland as of today. But this contract's a rolling contract. We will run it to death, pretty much. I'm hoping to make enough money because of my situation financially. I'm now looking to get myself a 3.5 ton flatbed. Gonna have a sleeper cab. If anyone knows me, I used to have a Mercedes Sprinter. It used to be, actually it was the first one in the UK to have this deep sleeper cab conversion. I see it at the Frankfurt show and I fell in love with it. Bearing in mind, I'm slightly bigger now, taller, a little bit wider in the shoulders. It's still a comfortable fit. But unfortunately they don't do it for the Transit, which is a shame, because the Transit's alright. It's got its issues like most vans, but I've had it 2.5 years and it's easy to work on, which is good. For me it's good because I ain't got to keep giving it to a dealer every time I need something simple done. It's like the sump. I need the engine hoist to support the engine. People have told me you can do it with a block of wood, rest it on the cross member for the gearbox, but that engine weighs quite a bit. I don't trust it. Well, it's not the fact I don't trust it, it's the fact it's all that weight pulling on the bell housing of the gearbox. I don't think it's good. There's engine mounts there for a reason. So, and I've got lifting points on top of the engine. So I have one there. Funny enough, I don't know where the other one is. I think it's behind this cover at the back, but I could do it myself, pay someone to do it, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, so we're going to get that done. So it requires a sum. It's due MOT in a couple of months. I'm hoping to have my all-terrain tyres. Now people keep taking the piss, oh, why do you want all-terrain tyres? Well, this thing, when they see it, does the same off-roading as what that does. So we do a lot of Salisbury Plain for with the military. We go down there, we look at the tanks and that. Nothing better than being literally feet from a live tank, compared to like Bovington Museum, where you can walk around them but you never hear them running or nothing, which is a shame. They have their open days at Bovington where you can go to the tank fest. But yeah, so hold on, I've just got to sort something out because I can hear it bleeping. We'll turn that off. This is a little godsend, this little radio. I love this. 70 quid, it's a sight radio. I've dropped it, I've hit it, I've kicked it along the floor, I've lost my rag with it. But yeah. So yeah, I've got these tyres going on this van soon. It's 50-50. We do a half road, half off road. Mainly for the fact that they got the white wall lettering, and I ain't got to paint it on. It's already done, and they're pretty durable. They don't scrub off that easy. And I like the aggressive look on the tyres. I've had the Michelins and all that. I can get one of the BFGs for anything between 80 and 170 quid. A Michelin, which is an all-round tyre, at £255. That's ridiculous for a fucking road tyre, not paying that. So at the moment we're running Maxxis on the back. But these are the originals that I put on. Excuse me. I put these tyres on. Well, ATS put the tyres on. They've still got a fair bit of tread on there, probably 4mm, 5mm. We run them down to the legal limit and then change them if they last that long. But they've done 25,000 mile on the back, rear wheel drive, because of the weight in the back. I don't wheel spin it. Yeah, so it doesn't get abused. I don't abuse my vehicles. I wouldn't if I could, purely because everything's money. This is my little stack. So we got cleaning products, engine oil, screen wash, duck oil, because everyone knows how hard it is to get bolts undone. That's empty. We got the pipe for the filler, so if you get caught out and you've got no fuel, this pipe slips into the filler neck and then you fill it from there. We've got our gloves and cleaner, more oil. This is a new sump to go in. Been sitting on it for months now, just ain't got round to it. My floor mats, I keep these up here, keeps them out of the way. They used to sit on my box. This is all my Kosh stuff that we have to comply with because I carry chemical. I don't carry enough to warrant all this, really. Probably 10 litres max, that's it. And I've got all my spill kits in the van. I'm pretty much armed to the teeth for whatever I need. We've got all the tools, we've got all the full tools for doing the filters and that. We actually get all our parts from Parts Plus. Used to buy aftermarket shit, not doing it anymore. Aftermarket, buy cheap, buy twice. That's the motto and all that. It was the same with the Land Rover. buy cheap, buy twice. But yeah, we now buy genuine parts for both vehicles. Not that all genuine parts are actually any good, because some are crap. Some do fail a lot quicker than they should. But I'll try and keep it looking better. It looks good on the paperwork. Pisses off the accountant no end. It's like, well, we could get parts cheaper. Well, that I could, but I want the van to run 24/7. So, oh, and we got a shower now. We have a portable shower. It's here somewhere. Let's have a look. Oh, where's the bag gone? Oh, there it is. Excuse the mess. Alright, so now the wind decides it wants to play. No. So this is my portable shower. So basically, get it out. That's my pump. I drop that into my drum, which is sitting on top of the Land Rover bonnet. That's been there since about 8 o'clock this morning. As long as the weather's warm, like it is now, which is great. That's my portable shower, because I don't agree with having the shower in the vehicle. So I used it the other day. I do use public showers and that in like the sports places and that. But the water level's about here after it's finished sloshing up and down. But that'll be warm enough for a shower later. Yeah, so I did do a video earlier this morning and I kind of went off on one, started rambling on about transport. Well, that's not what my van life's about. My van life should be about my day-to-day of being in a van, but where I'm working at the moment, I'm driving someone else's lorry. It's great and all, the job's brilliant, good money. Used to work for this company 20 odd years ago. I actually used to operate their trucks for them. I used to run their trucks. They folded and started like most limited companies do. They fold, start up under another name. Well, they didn't want to employ their drivers, so I took their drivers on and the contract for the trucks. And something bad happened, and after that, I never worked for them again. And to this day, I still don't remember what it was. They're not keen on reminding me of what it was, which is no bad thing, I suppose. But yeah. So this contract will run until it runs. I'm still pushing to get them Scotland work. I'm pushing for them flatbed. So I'm looking to run a 3.5 ton flatbed with trailer. Yes, I get the fact we need the O licence. It's not a problem. Well, it is a problem. I hold the O licence but don't have the funds to back it up because of the money situation. So we'll work hard at this job, make our money, keep putting it aside, and then we'll apply for the O licence. Yeah, there's a few people here that I follow. Got old Sandy on Flat Out Flat Broke. I follow him on YouTube. I love his channel. It's great to see a young lad that works hard and that. So these are my old cups now. These are good 10 years old now. So that one's got a picture of the Connect on. Sad, I know, but I do have photos, but I don't have them dotted all around the vehicle. These are little lights. They let's see, you can change colour with them. These are great. My girlfriend bought these, and she swears by them. Funny enough, all these torches we got, they're all from the same company. So this one is the same logo as that, but it's got the light haulage on the bottom of it. And this has got my trademark Taz, which, as you see, was on the other cups for the van life. We are a member of the RHA. I think it's a waste of money because we don't really deal with them for anything. We really don't. My SNT jacket, everyone says I should have got a T-cab, or the girlfriend's got a T-cab. I like this one. And this is a bit of a snippet of what our uniform's going to look like. But ours is in blue. and dark blue and light blues, and we got the logos like this, but not Scania. We don't run Scanias, clearly. I'll probably never run a Scania now for as long as I live, because it's they're overrated. I'll quite happily make do with a Volvo or something, but we shall see. I was 50 this year. Wow to me, happy birthday to me. We should have been in Scotland for my birthday, but that didn't happen due to being out of work. Yeah, sorry, I'm just cleaning my toilet, my wash, because it seems to attract dust. All these little bits here attract the dust, and it's annoying. But Boxio, look them up. They're good quality kit. They're expensive, but they're good kit. Yeah, so let's get back to it. So yeah, we're gonna get there. I'm gonna push hard for the rest of the year, make my money. It is hard when you're starting from scratch with nothing. It really is. The idea is not always an idea. It's not always a dream. It is. I'm aiming for it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to work for it and get it. I don't expect any help from anyone financially. To be fair, there's no one around that can help. Why bother getting in debt, borrowing money to start up again and just have it fail, and then you got the debt overhanging you, and you could screw up your friendship with whoever helps you out financially. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, and I've already done it, I've helped people out financially, and I kind of regret it now, because when I've asked them for favours, they've never been there to help me out or back me up or whatever. But me and my girlfriend were working at it. She's got a full-time job. I'm now back doing what I enjoy. It's actually a shock to the system, you know. Just turned 50 and I'm back doing the job I've done nearly 30 years ago. It's crazy. Same company, different name, same management. Again, it's another family-run business, father, son, daughter. It's great, actually. It is. And the trucks are brand new. I've got a nice 24-plate DAF. Everyone slags a DAF. My one has its issues. Bearing in mind it's a 24-plate, it has its issues. But I've had the truck from day one, and I've not, touch wood, I've not had any major problems. I've always managed to get it back to the yard, or I've managed to diagnose it on the roadside. This is the advantage. I know a fair bit about the trucks. A few companies I worked for have had the trucks. I worked on a parcel company, well, a pallet company. We won't go into names. Those that know me know who I worked for. It started off great. I started off, funny enough, as their truck valeter and loved it. And then I progressed from the valeting to van driver, because apparently you got to work your way up. So they put me in a van, then realised my potential, because I used to shunt all their lorries. I had the offer to redo me class 1, not for this company. I just didn't want to do curtain side of work. It was boring, so they kept me on a 7.5. I enjoyed it. I used to get all the country lane jobs. I loved it, absolutely loved it. Used to moan about it, but I moan about everything. Those that know me well know I moan about everything. And then we got tubed over to another company. Lo and behold, it didn't last 2 months and we was all out of work. Through our own choice, I just up sticks and left, because the company, they just didn't have a clue how to do it, and they lost loads of clients, so we left. That put me out of work for a couple of months. I'd say out of work is more like a 2-month holiday, because up until then I'd been working flat out. So yeah, it's nice to be back behind the wheel. I don't advertise a company I work for, because I don't know if they'd allow it, actually. I'll have to find out Monday. I'll be back there tonight, ready for the week, because I'll stay at this company all week. It's cheaper financially. After all, it's the name of the game, innit? Make your money, don't keep wasting it on fuel. I'd fill up twice, maybe 3 times a week when I was travelling. Now I've got the van semi to how I want it. with the bed and that in. I stay at customer's property. I always get permission to make sure it's all right. I can stay there all week. Funny enough, they actually prefer me there. One, because I can start whenever they want me to start. Yeah, so it's not too bad there. Hauling steel, it's definitely a man's game. Lifting it, sometimes you have to manual lift it. We had a job the other day, the forklift went down, customer refused the pallet. Within 10 minutes, I had the load off by hand. I'm not going to take the pallet back. The company I work for was well over the moon. It's like, think outside the box. Why take it back? They only get paid for the one-way trip. They wouldn't get paid for it again unless they discuss it with them. I saved the customer time and money because they needed this metal for a job. We handled it off. It's not a problem. It's not every day it happens, but it happens, and we think outside the box, we sort it. I'm just a hands-on person. I've always been hands-on. I don't generally sit there and, nah, sod you, I can't be arsed kind of attitude. I knew this forklift was going down anyway because I was having issues with it the week before. And the other drivers bring stuff back, and it costs time and money, costs both companies money. So when I got the job, I knew the forklift wasn't working. Apparently it had sensor issues, so it shut off the gas supply. And it wouldn't start. So they had to wait for new sensors, which took them another week. And we ambled the job off. All good. I've really got to sort out my interior in here as well, because it looks shit. I was meant to have my nice leather look seat covers, but again, I keep changing my idea on the colour. But I'm hoping to get it so the cab matches my uniform, so everything you see is going to be blue. Whether I get all these sprayed and that. I think that's meant to go behind that, not in front of that, but never mind. Who cares? So yeah, so we will get back to the videos at some point. I've got to sort out the work we're doing on the van. I wish I had a workshop, to be fair, because I really need to get this up in the air and work on it, because this is like road planings and it's uncomfortable. When you've got a lay on it, it's uncomfortable. I'm definitely showing my age really, you know. The old fart's whinging because you've got to lay on some gravel. Yeah, well, that's all well and good. I may be whinging. I whinge because I whinge for the sake of whinging. But yeah. So, be nice to have it up at head height so I can walk under it, work on it. It'd be so much easier to do an inspection on the van than laying down, jacking wheels up, checking my bearings, checking my brakes. If I can, I will not contract anything out to other garages. I don't like doing it. My granddad brought me up the right way. Do the job yourself unless it's something you really, really, really can't do and you have to sub it out. We had the tracking done yesterday, thank God. The tracking was way out. Like when you turn the steering wheel, it would carry on going the same way. So if you was turning left, like when we turn into our yard off the road, it goes up a slight ramp and it'd keep it on full lock and it'd just sit there. It wouldn't return. So when we had the tracking done, oh my God, it was way out. It was 7 point something. He didn't give us a printout on it, which was a shame. But now my tyres might wear a bit evenly. But these are cheapies. These are crap tyres. I fitted crap tyres because I knew there was something wrong with my tracking, but couldn't pinpoint what it was. So I'm going to run it the week, see if they level out. If the tyres level out, all well and good, then I'll be buying these. We're going to have some BFGs on her. These tyres have been on this motor for 5-6 years. So we bought the vehicle with these tyres. It's done. Let's have a look at the mileage. Well, the mileage don't light up. I thought the mileage lit up when you open the door, clearly not. So yeah, as you can see, the old girl's in bits. because of the windscreen. Haven't got round to it yet. But yeah, so because we do 50-50, we're going to have these tyres on the van. I like them because these are worn dead flat. Look, they're perfect. All the way across there. All the way across there. Admittedly, that one's a bit flat. I think the rim's leaking. The rim's got loads of weights on the other side. I think the rim's at it. But not the rims are hard to come by for these motors. Tell you what is hard to come by for these? Headlights. Headlights. We used to get a lot of stuff off eBay and Marketplace. You used to be able to get loads. And now they're like gold dust. So they're £1,000 from Land Rover. To be fair, we use it off-road. So a quick polish for the MOT and they're fine. So they may look dull. This one's a second-hand headlight. That's not original. That's original. But that's a lot yellower than that one. But I do have spares somewhere. Let's have a look. Excuse the mess again. This is my workshop stroke dumping ground. I haven't got around to tidying anything up because I'm just lazy, clearly. Right, so the headlights are down now. I'm not digging them out. It's probably a massive spider living in them. I carry a lot of stuff. We got belts, we got brake calipers, pads. Got a nice little transit sign here that I should be fitting. We got a pump housing because we had a breakdown, and instead of fitting the whole lot, which would have taken me an extra hour, considering we was in the Transit Parts Plus place, put a massive dent in my pocket. That cost 230 quid. Ouch. And all I wanted was a bolt at the bottom because the drain valve was leaking. I didn't smell it. The bloke in the garage smelt it, and it's like, he said to me, "You're leaking fuel." I went, no idea what it is. I had a look, found out what it was. I only wanted the bleed screw, and the jammy gits charged me for the whole housing that I didn't want. It took me 10 minutes to change it, prime it, jobs are good, and cleared up and clearly cleared up the mess that was on their forecourt. Funny enough, they were really nice about it. They wasn't like, "Oh, you're leaking on our forecourt, we're going to bill you for it." Admittedly, they did sell me a bag of granules. That bag there, I opened my mouth and said, "If you give me a bag of granules, I'll buy the bag and I'll clear it up." Lo and behold, they charged me for the bag. Cost me 10 quid, bastards. But I tied it up. I try not to leave a mess anywhere. After a while, I can do my work anywhere, on a roadside, car park, whatever. But yeah, so this is still not right. I'm not happy. The missus knows I'm not happy with it because this corner here keeps squeaking. It's driving me absolutely fucking bonkers. I've unscrewed it from the floor, moved it away from there so there's a gap now, and it's still squeaking. Now, I don't know if the wood's under tension somewhere, but if it keeps doing it, I'm going to rip all this out for the 5th time. But she's getting there. So yeah, I hadn't posted anything for quite a while because I've been busy with this new contract. I know I've got a few followers that are quite interested into what I do. I'm sure they talk and tell my old company what I'm doing because they seem to know what's going on. I can see who follows me and who subscribed to me because it comes up on our YouTube feed. I want to make that work as well because it all helps, and this helps me with my, how can I word it? This helps me with my stutter, like a stammer. I've always had it. I've had it since I was a kid. Whenever I'm nervous or there's a lot playing on my mind, I stutter, and it drives me nuts. Because sometimes it'll sound like I've got Tourette's, because it's like, fuck it, bollocks. So I can get out the word I want to say, which sounds crazy. But yeah, my stuttering seems to have got worse recently due to everything that's been going on. It actually pisses me off because I never used to stutter. I've never been a confident person until probably the last 10 years, I suppose. But yeah, The reason this isn't looking at me is because last time I turned it round, I kept going out of shot, so it's easier just to have you trained on something in the yard and you listen to me talk or chat bullshit, whatever you want to call it. I seem to be having issues with my storage now, so I'm going to cut this short. I done a video earlier and it cut off and I effed and blinded and the screen went blank, but when I played it back it actually got the bit with me effing and blinding in it, so I will not be showing that one. But if you'd like to like and subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm always up for a good comment. I don't want no bad comments. Why have hate comments? I'm just trying to show people what it's like to basically live in a van all week, do your repairs. I'm trying to start my own business back up, like properly. Working on contract for someone is all right, but I want it to work. So yeah, if you like it, like, subscribe, follow me. I will try and get a weekly update, or it might be fortnightly. Going to start doing more when I'm out in the truck once I get my cradle for my phone and for the camera, so you can see my day-to-day of going to jobs, what it's like to tip, carry steel. We don't have to use change on our steel because it's nothing major. It's all palletized and banded and wrapped, so we only have to use straps, which is good. We did see on social media about a truck. I don't know what the geezer was thinking. I'm glad the geezer's all right. The driver's all right. I see a video that somebody shared on Facebook that he was standing next to his truck, so luckily he was all right. God knows why he thought a ratchet strap would be fine for about 20 ton of raw steel. To me, in the video, it looked like it wasn't strapped correctly. You can use straps if you use the right amount of straps and packers so you don't wear through the strap. But for what he was carrying, didn't look like he had many straps on. He would have been better off with chains. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. Luckily, the driver was all right. It's wrote his truck off because it looked like some had fallen off the side, and he's clearly pulled over, slammed the anchors on, not thought about the rest of the load, and it's come straight over the top of the bulkhead and pushed his cab over into the tarmac. He's lucky it didn't kill him. You see all this sort of thing going on in America, where I don't know why Americans don't have the headache rack. I call it the headache rack, because that's basically what it is, and it stops the load from coming into the cab. And when you see how these American lorries are built, they go straight over the neck of the trailer, straight through the cab. The cab's all aluminium, and it's straight through, and the chances are the driver's dead because it's come straight through and out the other side. Well, here we have cab overs, and the cabs are metal, and the distance is shorter. But depending what the bloke's carrying or female's carrying, we should have high headboards on the trailers. If you're carrying steel and it's high, you should have a headboard to the height of that steel, and it should be a substantial headboard that would take the weight in an emergency situation where you have to brake hard. That would have protected that driver and probably kept his truck in one piece. But now he could be an owner driver, but he's now probably looking at the loss of his truck because he's wrote the cab off. So it's either a new cab or new truck completely. And it don't look good, the fact that he didn't strap the load correctly. You use straps and chains and binders. I can say this because I've carried steel, and anything we carried more than a foot high off the deck, we had chains. No matter what, we've done sheet steel. I used to do steel out of